Hi, Sean. Alrighty, we are calling today's meeting to order, the last meeting before the town meeting. We went through a whole year, you guys, with a brand new town clerk and no select board assistant, and we survived. So welcome to our final meeting of February 17th at 5:00 PM. We have guests online, and we have the fire department here, who will be presenting to us. So welcome, everyone. So our first, this thing of order is to, approve the minutes of the February 3rd, 2026 regular select board meeting. And I have that everyone but Zara was there for this, and those were the minutes that I sent out over the weekend that had a lot to do with South Bear Swamp Road and purchasing policies, town meeting solutions. So is there a motion to approve this agenda?
I would vote to approve the agenda.
Okay, Paul moves.
A second, yeah.
Okay, and thank you. And Stacy seconds. All those in favor of approving minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Actually, Zara, you need to abstain.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so Zara abstains.
Wait, are okay, so I don't think maybe you didn't mean to do this, but are we moving to approve the agenda for today or the minutes of February?
That's where I'm confused.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. We're just approving the minutes of February 3rd.
Okay,
Yeah, sorry.
so let's just refresh the motion. So,
Is there a motion to move the minutes for Tuesday, February 3rd?
So moved.
I will second.
Oh, all those in favor, say aye.
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 And Zara abstains. She wasn't there.
Okay.
Okay. So the next item is to approve the minutes of the special select board meeting on January 16th, and to refresh your memory for that.
That would have been the brief meeting that only 3 of us or 4 of us
Oh,
attended.
here they are, yeah. So January 16th is, all of us attended that, and that was to add the treasurer, transitioning a municipal treasurer as a voted position to an appointed position. And so we were all there for that. Paul and Zara were on Zoom, but everyone else was in attendance, including Kevin Thompson, Dorinda, and Cheryl. And that was to put that on the warning. So is there a motion to approve the minutes for the Middlesex Special Select Board meeting of January 16th, 2026?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Larry moves. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Stacy seconds. All those in favor of approving January 16th minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the ayes have it. Finally, the approving, we need a motion to approve the special select board meeting on January 29th, which, to refresh our memory, was that we had inadvertently left out on the warning, the town meeting day warning, to include a new article authorizing town voters to approve $5,000 for the Middlesex Conservation Fund. We changed that to fund because I had used commission, but this would be fund. Is there a motion to approve the minutes for January 29th special select board meeting? And that was everyone except for Zara and Larry.
I guess, I can move.
Okay, so Stacy moves. Is there a second?
Second.
And Paul seconds. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, so the minutes need to have at least 3 signatures on them. So if we could make sure we get those all signed. And just note at the top where you were present, and where you weren't, to make sure you don't sign the wrong ones. Okay? Alrighty, you got all that? Okay.
Gotta approve the agenda.
Yep, so now we're on to approving the agenda for Tuesday, February 17th, and considering any amendments to the agenda. Are there any amendments to the agenda? Okay, hearing none, is there a motion to approve today's agenda for Tuesday, February 17th?
I'll move.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Larry seconds.
Mhm.
All those in favor of approving the agenda for February 17th, say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Alrighty, on to the next agenda item. The highway report and FEMA roadwork update from Eric. So Eric provided us with a bi-monthly road report here. Eric, would you like to walk us through that?
Sure, there's really not much walking to do. The only thing we've done for repairs was we had to replace some hoses on the Freightliner, just weather checked and leaking. The core drilling was completed on the 5th of February on Old Brook Road, and they installed a well, to monitor groundwater and to allow it to drain. And it's in bedrock. I know they found bedrock fairly shallow, so I'm not sure what their final analysis will be.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah,
It can go either way.
bedrock doesn't move, so pinning to it makes it a surefire foundation.
But if there isn't a lot of it,
It's just pinning can be involved.
And on the 13th, we had some FIT committee members visit town garage for a little walkthrough. And yeah.
How did that go?
All right.
What was the,
Well, Larry was there.
yeah, what'd you think, Larry?
Can't hear you. Yeah.
On mute.
Sorry about that. I was answering an email to Dave McGee. Yeah, I thought it was a mess. Not necessarily, you guys created the mess. It needs a lot of work. And I know we talked a lot about some people saying, because we want to look at all our options, right? So we looked at, do we want to save this building? Can we use the building in the future, even if we build a new building, or do we try to add on to this building? So there was a lot of good conversation in that aspect, but I found it, I guess I'm that much more appreciative of the town and highway guys that work there, because it's got to be difficult. So thank you, Eric, and thank you. Pass it on to your crew as well. But
Yep.
there's definitely a lot of work to be done there.
Mhm.
And that's what I have for the biometric report.
Oh,
If I may, Liz,
Yep,
did
sure.
they, timing for like core samples, like, did they give any?
No, the engineer was not there. They had
Okay.
a firm doing that, so
Bill.
he didn't say when.
Doctors and nurses.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay.
I will reach out. It's only been not even a week yet, so I'll reach out and see what they're looking at.
Okay.
alrighty. Any questions for Eric from the board or the public about the roads? Alrighty. Thank you, Eric. So Zara, do you want to give us any updates since the last update that I gave, which was basically reading your report about FEMA?
There really hasn't been any other movement in the last 2 weeks. I asked Isabella if she had a timeline for when we would be seeing some money, and the answer was no. I can't really tell you that. All of our extension letters were accepted and have gone through. I got the PCCR's bounce back, which is project completion something reports, and so I just have to add some words saying this was overpaid and overestimated, or this was underpaid and underestimated, and that's just really the state kind of dragging their heels on paying us the last 10% of their portion of what they owe us, I think.
So, yeah, the other thing that we're dealing with just right this very moment is, Middlesex is undergoing what's called a single audit, which is different from like a regular audit. So, and probably Dorinda, you can explain the differences, but basically they're doing a deep dive into all of the FEMA, payments and correspondence and, processes of the FEMA, money. And so, apparently, I think they're pretty much ready to wrap it up, but they're looking for more information about the procurement piece of, how we hired our dirt tech as well as our other contractors.
As far as soliciting bids or?
Yeah, and so, so Eric and I have been, and this is literally like just like today, we're working on this. We are, I found the minutes, I went back and found the minutes that, where we went through the process of going through, the sealed bid process for dirt tech, and the rubric, and all of the bids that were, and the amounts. There's a spreadsheet that's attached to that. And then there's also just minutes that describe, doing the bid process for the emergency work when we had like All Seasons Excavating and other groups doing work for us. And then the only thing that's a little bit unclear, and I just want to talk with Bonnie, I left her a message today and she hasn't gotten back to me yet, is the process. First of all, I need to find exactly, is that what she's looking for before I bombard her with minutes galore and attachments and things like that and emails. Is the conundrum we had with a second flood happening at the same time that repairs were being made and dirt tech was already doing the work. And so getting that, some of the minutes indicate things like Peter Hood said, I'd really like it if FEMA put it in writing that we didn't have to get a bid, for this. And just, going back into some of the email correspondence that Zara and Steve may have had, with FEMA to that effect, that they were okay with us, having dirt tech just finish up the job, right? Because they were already doing the work for 2023 and it didn't make any sense to, have someone else be.
It would have triggered emergency work
Yes.
anyway.
Exactly, yes, but they ended up doing permanent repairs, because it made sense to do permanent repairs at that time. So I'll have to, I think we're gonna have to sort of do a little digging to find as much as we can in terms of correspondence around, and Zara has offered to, reach out to her FEMA contacts to really get that sort of clarity that they were okay with us keeping dirt tech.
Right, and she had sent, I don't know if you saw, but she had sent some stuff saying that too, from FEMA too. There was some correspondence.
Yes, she sent that to me. And again, I just want to, make sure I understand what Bonnie's actually looking for from the auditing firm and hope that, that will suffice. So anyway, that's where we are with that sort of piece
I'm
of things.
sure
Do
we
you have
can
anything
get
to
her
add
what
to
you
that,
need.
Dorinda?
No, I think you pretty much covered it.
Okay.
And we do have more, bid work to go out this year, so that.
Right, yes, and
So that's gonna be also part of that as well.
Yeah.
We're gonna go through that whole process
yeah,
with finishing up the rest of the work.
for 2024, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a couple 23 stuffs.
Oh, okay, interesting. All right. Yeah.
And this process will happen again next year.
Shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we'll have to do
Yeah,
this.
yeah, 'cause they'll have to-
again because
They'll have to go through everything that we do this year too.
Yeah.
This one.
So,
Cheryl's keeping all the paperwork that's going along, so it'll make it.
easier.
Yeah.
Guys,
And
this
getting
one's
together
running low and I'm not
on
sure
your
why. What
favorite
is
binder,
this?
binder.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
That's plugged into the
It's
outlet,
unplugged.
but where's the?
The plug is over here.
Sorry.
And I will also say that they are ready to see the information about our
Great, thank you.
loans. our loans and the interest rate. FEMA is asking us to send us the information about our loans and our interest rates so that they can start compiling that to pay us back for those.
Oh, great, okay.
Yeah, we were told at our last meeting that that's no longer a Z closeout thing, that it counts as a like C, category C. So it just gets written in as a project, our loans, so we can start to get that money back sooner than later.
Yep. They change things all the
I
time.
guess they did.
They really do.
Yeah, they do.
What about the reimbursement for wages? Is that still a Z project?
That's still a Z.
That's still a Z.
Just the interest on the loans is not.
Okay.
Okay. I do not, excuse me, is that it from you, Zara, for the FEMA?
That's it.
Okay. So I anticipate, Zara, I probably will be just like potentially reaching out again, and once I get some and you too, Eric, once I get some clarity from Bonnie, what she's looking for.
Absolutely.
Hopefully it's not gonna be too laborious, but you know how these audits are.
Sure will.
Yes.
What state agency is conducting the audit or?
It's not a state agency, it's our auditor bachelor and associates,
Yeah,
so they're
that's
called
what we're
bachelor and associates. How do we
It's a
spell that?
private audit?
So the towns can either have, auditors that they vote in, or you can have auditors that you hire.
Mhm.
And so, every year we have an audit done on our town books.
Yep.
This is a special audit called a single audit that was triggered because of FEMA, is that right?
Right, because we got more than $750,000 in funds.
Okay.
So they have to do an audit just for anything over that as far
Right.
as, so.
And they're gonna have to do it again too.
Yes, they
next
do it
year.
again next year.
They'll do it again next year.
Okay, understood.
Okay. Okay, let's see what else is there. Yeah, and so I don't have any updates on A and R. We're just basically waiting for the spring to come around and see how those, we'll have plenty of snow melt.
I do
Yes.
have one little update.
Okay.
They did issue a permit for Porter Road.
Oh, okay, good. In fact, I actually did mean to ask you that. Do you think that we need should I reach out to, this is one of my middle of the night when you wake up and you're like, oh, I forgot about this, and you just triggered that memory. Do we need to apply for do I need to reach out to, was her name Stacy? From Wetlands, Stephanie from Wetlands, to ask if Shannon, should we be applying for a wetlands permit now
For what?
for, South Bear Swamp Road?
No, because we technically don't know to what level that
Right.
permit, remember, there's,
I know, but I thought it was just a size amount and that they would need to come back to us and say, so I should maybe reach out to her and
They
say,
haven't directed us to do so yet, as far as I know.
yeah, I don't think so either, but maybe what I don't want to have happen is that we wait too long and then we're like, oh, we forgot to apply for the permit.
yeah.
And so maybe what I'll do is I'll reach out to her and say, because I think it was based on the size. So if it was under 5,000, it was permit A, if it was over 5,000, it was permit B. And so based on what we found, which was very much under a
Mhm.
certain amount, it wasn't like on the, on the edge of like,
Yeah,
it
we have
could
plenty
be.
of-
We had plenty of room that it would be,
They have-
or does she have to wait for the spring to look at something?
They haven't responded to your,
No, they haven't. I don't think so. I
I
don't
haven't
remember getting a response. So
um,
I'll put that down, to follow up with Shannon from Wetlands.
but anyway, with the Portal Road one, they were supposed to wait till spring.
Yeah,
Before they issued that, because they wanted to make sure that it was good to go, but they issued it, so.
okay, that's good.
Just thought I'd throw
How many other permits do we need? A lot, right?
here. 6.
And that's based on, well, like, once we get those drawings from Fitzgerald, right? Yeah, okay. Wetlands permit.
And hopefully we don't need any retroactive ones.
We shouldn't.
I think we're gonna need the retroactive wetland permit for South. Bear.
Well, the only other one might potentially be barren weeds. Potentially. Depending on the impact,
Yeah, I don't, yeah,
based on proximity, but
Oh, right, because that was related to a wetland thing too.
Well, it's just close to it.
It's close to it.
Yeah, okay. Alrighty, so, we are now on 5:20. Perfect timing for the Red Hem family, just popped in. So they reached out to us regarding, their move to, the Welch Park area, as you all know, and that they are looking for overflow employee parking. And so I did reach out to Eric, so I guess I'll give you guys the floor to just explain what it is that you're asking for. Maybe what, Eric, you've already said to them, and if there's any kind of decision that we need to make tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, this is Eliza Kane from Red Hen.
Yes, thank you again. This may be a moot point, but we just wanted to open the conversation and talk to you all before it became a point if it's necessary. But as you all know, we're moving the bakery over to Wells Park. The wholesale bread bakery first and then the cafe after that. And we have a lot of employees that some of whom ride the bikes and a lot of us drive, but we're not all there all at the same time. So we've looked at some numbers about when we'd have like top numbers
Yeah,
of parking used.
The reason that the
This is mandatory.
two-phase approach is relevant for this conversation is because we're nearly there with the permitting, the Act 250 is the review is complete. We'll have Act 250 once the water supply is taken care of, once that permit comes in, for the bakery. And then we are just beginning the process of discussing with Act 250, the permitting for the cafe. So that, the big thing there is going to be parking and traffic. So on the parking side, we're anticipating what they might be asking. We don't know until we get there, until we really get into it with them. But as Liza was just saying, we have parking in back that most of the time is adequate. And a few hours a day, it might be 5 or 6 cars on certain days, a few hours of the day, we might have 5 or 6 cars beyond that. We were wondering, we love that little park down there, and thought that it'd be nice if our presence there brings more attention to that, that hopefully would be considered a good thing for the town anyway. And if we were in a situation where there were 5 or 6 cars that couldn't fit in the back, what would it look like if we told employees that they could park down there? That would be potentially something that if Act 250 asks for our plan for that we could say, oh, Middlesex has said that is okay. We don't know
Okay.
if they're gonna ask that. And we'd be happy to contribute in some way to the upkeep, maintenance of that parking lot, perhaps even the park in general.
Of the Welch Park Association.
Yeah,
Which we just dissolved.
I know.
Yeah.
What is it, Walter Kelly Park?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
Yes, that's what we're talking about. Yes, well, we create the Walter Kelly Park Association. One of our employees is on the
Trails.
trail committee, yeah, and apparently they're planning something down there, some
Sage.
improvements.
Yeah, maybe a canoe drop-in, or am I making that up? So that is owned by us, the Walter
Yes.
Kelly,
Yeah,
and,
that whole area is ours,
yeah,
and the parking for that is in the fire station parking lot.
oh, it is, so like if someone goes down to that park, they
Yeah.
park in the fire station.
Which is not a big deal, as long as we're not hindered by parking our vehicles, if we ever call.
Yeah, so how many, and you might not be able to answer this right now. Do you know how many spaces there are total there and how many you need?
I don't know, but we could go down when the snow is gone, we can certainly figure that out, and if we have to, we can widen it some.
Oh, okay, well.
I
yeah.
mean, it's just a matter of putting gravel in.
Uh-huh, okay.
Yeah, it's a little nondescript.
It's not real defined.
Yeah.
and it's, a lot of it's just grass that we'll park on, so, we certainly works around the picture, you know.
Okay, well, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
I don't see why not.
Okay, would you envision something like a, sign that says Red Hen overflow parking or something?
Yeah, I
like
mean,
that,
as
or
long as it's
employee parking,
defined area.
Something
so
like that,
It's not in
Yeah.
our way, that's fine.
which might be helpful for the employees as well to know where.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be, since it's an internal thing like that, would be like. The understanding is that here's your spot, these are
Yeah.
this is the area, that's available.
How many employees do you have working at one moment in the day?
The
Like,
maximum
the
would
worst-
be, the maximum number of cars, and this is if everybody drives, and it doesn't often work out that way, because we do have some people who get rides in other ways, and as Liza said, ride their bike in the season, in the right season, but 29 is,
Oh, okay.
what we would have for the maximum, so we're talking busy day and, everyone driving, and that 29 is like 2 to 4 hours.
Like the crossover in the middle of
Yeah.
the day and where people.
That's what you would need for
Two.
overflow?
No, that's the total. I thought you're.
Yeah, I'm asking for the.
No,
But
no,
the
no.
overflow is probably
No,
half
no,
a dozen.
No, and we think it's reasonable to get 20 or a little more. Our engineer's working on, that now.
Mhm.
They allow a certain amount of parking, people parking each other in a situation like this, it's not customer side.
Right.
But if they say, okay, there's still not enough, access for emergency vehicles, if that's needed, that kind of thing. And it might actually, that part of it, could be something that we need to go back to the RV about also, make sure that that the parking plan, since it will potentially look a little bit different than what we had originally applied for. Just make sure that meets the fire and safety needs.
The only thing that comes to my mind is that, we would probably want to let our insurance company know. I don't know, I mean, it's this public spot too,
It is,
anyone
I
can
mean,
go,
it's-
and
it's
so they
parking
probably
for the-
started.
It's parking for the park. It's just.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd rather it not be sanctioned by the town,
Yeah.
to be honest. Just cause it's like, then there's liability, technically, like, are we leasing spaces, like dedicated spaces?
Yeah, I can see how, I mean, when you suggested the sign, like, that's not really what we're asking for.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like that would be,
Okay,
Well, what we'd probably have to do is put up signs saying fire department parking.
there you go, that's the
Yeah.
thing you need, yeah.
And based on, it can kind of turn into no man's land down there
It can.
during like July, August. Before brush hogging and everything, so my only thought would be to kind of evaluate down there so that we, number one, can ensure that fire department members during a call have the appropriate parking and access. Number two, well, first and foremost, emergency vehicle entrance and exit,
Yeah.
obviously. Second, the members, and then thirdly, just to make sure that any of those accesses are not blocked. The road doesn't get, the road's relatively narrow down through there, so we definitely, I think there's some workarounds, that could be structured to better the parking even for the park as well, maybe a
Right,
little
right,
bit more defined, just, like parking areas. maybe some-
Defined right now.
It's really not, and like I said, it can really turn into some no man's land down there, so.
so let me get Bridget in, sorry, Bridget.
That could be a thing.
Dorinda, you had a thought.
I'll-
Dorinda.
Yeah, I had a question. I know a lot of people go in and go outside and sit at the picnic tables and all where they are now. Are you planning for any of that space when you move down there, or is that something people might grab something and take it down to the park and?
Well,
sit
that's
there?
a thought that we have, is that could happen, and we hope that would be considered a nice thing. We do have a plan to have picnic tables on the grass,
Yeah,
right next to the building that we're going to. But frankly, Walter Kelly's a little bit nicer.
right. So I can envision people going down there.
I
You're
would
gonna
agree.
have more traffic.
I would
than
agree.
I think you're anticipating down there.
And a side note, I think the road is terrible down there,
Oh,
isn't
it's
it?
horrendous.
It was miserable, I can't imagine
Still
it's any better.
It doesn't fix itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
They also kind of, to the right, it's kind of like you can park, but it's not really parking.
Right.
Yeah.
As it gets further
The
down.
old
Yeah, I
road
mean,
just
you
kind
know,
of.
the old
is
road just
here.
kind of disappears in the
Right.
grass. I mean, you could go further down.
Yeah.
I can
I don't-
imagine if that's something you end up wanting to define more, that would be a way we could help, like put in planters or shrubs or something like that.
I think a
If you
way to
decide what you
delineate,
want.
you
Yeah,
know, just like a natural delineation with planter boxes and just some, signage that says fire department parking only, park, something that's just broad, but at least it's there.
No blocking the road,
Yeah. Yeah.
cause we will move them.
Yes, of course.
yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
You mentioned, what are people gonna do? There's only, I think, one picnic table, there's the one shelter.
Right, there's not a lot of space,
Uh,
yeah.
Well, not a lot of sitting space,
No, I mean,
a
the
lot of
sitting space, right.
area.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll come back at a future time and say, can we mind if we put 4 picnic tables down there? or
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would agree, you're gonna see an increased amount of
Oh,
traffic
yeah.
down there, like bicyclists especially.
Yeah.
I could see that, like, it's just a great place to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, ideally, you have some people putting in canoes, kayaks,
Yeah.
visiting and things like that.
The trail
Access
doesn't go all the
is-
way to that, does it? The trail that is,
Oh, you mean the planned trail?
Yeah, I don't,
Is there-
there's the trail between,
It does not-
Camp Mead and
It
then,
does not go that far.
it doesn't go that far.
but
There's
there is,
private property in between.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, I think in general, we're certainly supportive of you guys and your move, and maybe at this time, we don't need to like vote on anything.
Right.
It might make sense for us to, if Act 250 says we really need a letter of support for the town of Middlesex, we can consider writing a letter of support, to Stacy's point, maybe we don't want to do some official, like, yes, you can park here.
right,
Because at this point, anyone can go down there,
Right.
right? And park their car
Right.
and hang out down there. So,
and I think once this all comes to fruition, however it does, communication on each side, just to kind of evaluate how things are going, like, what are we seeing, what's working, what's not? And safety is obviously a big concern, but especially with the fire department.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, this is exactly, you raising that issue about the safety, the parking spaces for the fire department is exactly what I want it to come, what are the concerns? And so, knowing that, if we find more out about what they're looking for, then we can come back and we can say, hey.
Yeah, especially if you know more what they want.
Yeah.
what is your anticipated move date for the bakery and then for the
Bakery in
people?
August or September, and
Okay.
then 2 to 3 months after that, cafe, assuming that we can get right into building that, which the latest news that we have makes it look encouraging that the permitting is not gonna hold us up to be able to just continue,
So by Christmas, you'll have
I would
potentially
say. But
So you're gonna add to the building.
the,
no, not adding to the building, we'll have to add parking
Gotcha.
in front.
Gotcha.
and then you will vacate entirely that, you're not using that for anything else.
Right.
Did I hear that Woodbelly was maybe coming in there, or am I making that up?
They're talking.
Yeah.
All right,
I do think just like candidly, as someone who was on the DRB and participated in that decision, that if you guys are thinking about like these parking considerations, would merit revisiting the scope of the permit that was issued. I'm just
Okay.
looking at the conditions.
Brad, our engineer, raised that with me today.
It's only a problem if someone complains and asks Kevin to enforce it, but if you wanna be on the, 2 steps ahead of that, then it would be worth the bureaucratic headache of coming back to the DRB to, basically request revision, like refinement of the conditions to, accommodate any potential foot traffic or expansion of parking and, circulation, just so you don't get stuck in a zoning quagmire later.
Thank you
Great.
so much.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm certainly open to that whole area down below looking better
Yeah.
in general.
Oh,
yeah.
like
From
me
like
too.
even maintenance, maintenance
Right
in
now it's
general.
time to
could-
be central.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
I was like, we can get down the river here, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Right.
The Japanese knotweed and everything else. Yeah.
There's plenty of ticks down there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so thank you guys for coming
Thank you.
and we wish you well with your transition.
Thank you.
And we're excited that you're staying in town. Okay, so now we are on to the fire department monthly update. And we have Brendan here from the fire department. And I'm sorry, I don't remember your name.
I'm Sam.
Sam, okay, thanks, Sam.
Sam
Can we
lives
get a
just
last
right
name
here.
for Sam? Oh,
Worcester. Oh, sorry.
That's-
Worcester.
is that your last
He is the
name?
vice president. And that's
Oh,
WOOS.
okay. Great.
And Rooster.
Not the 10.
Yeah, Worcester.
WOOSTER.
Yes.
Middlesex, okay, great, so you guys did send us, an
Yes.
update, I don't know if it was printed.
Yeah, I think it's over on.
Okay, but I thought I pulled it out, didn't I pull it out, did I?
Give me one, you want
You just want to. Okay, guys, go ahead, hey, do you wanna look at this?
Want me to say something?
Sure.
She knows about it.
What?
So I'll just, well, the first thing I want to announce is that
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately, we had a loss in the department this month. Doug Hanson passed away. He was chief for years, found the department since 1998,
No, 94, 93.
93.
It was 34 years.
34 years. So it's a great loss to the department. He will be missed dearly. We had some grief counseling come last week, which was really nice. So yeah, I just wanted to announce that and just say thank you to him and
Was he still serving?
Oh, yes, yeah, are you
I
kidding
didn't
me?
realize
Yep.
that.
Yes,
you couldn't keep him off his feet.
Actually, he had called me, the Tuesday prior and asked for a leave of absence because of his health.
Oh,
So,
no,
It wasn't even a week. It was just, 3 days?
wow, okay, I knew that he had retired from being chief, but I guess I didn't realize he was still an active
Yes, it
member.
was, very much so.
Wow. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, because he was a chief for 10 years.
And such a leader too,
Oh,
right? I mean, just a wealth of knowledge and, well,
Yeah.
I did send on behalf of the board, I sent a note to his wife,
Thank you.
so. Thank you for sharing that,
Of course.
Brendan.
We're trying to think of a way to honor him and we've been, at least me and Jeff have thrown a couple things around, maybe discussing, maybe renaming the department after him or just adding
Mhm.
something to the name. That's something at least me and Jeff.
Oh, like on the building you mean?
Yeah, on the building or just, that's something that we discussed is maybe talk about it more tonight at the meeting we have.
Nice.
But
There's
That
been
might-
other, options thrown around too. I've heard from other people, so
yeah, we'll have to discuss it tonight and anything that we decide to do, I'll bring to you next.
This might be an opportunity too, if there's something that you want to purchase, like a plaque or something like that, the Middlesex Community Fund, I'm sure would
Yeah,
support something like
yes,
that.
yes.
So they have a really easy application
and that's what we're
process.
thinking is like a plaque on the building.
Yeah,
Kinda
I think that's really nice to memorialize him.
Absolutely. So total calls this year, we have 82. Calls this period was 5. We had 2 mutual aids out. Our max member response was 9, our minimum was 0, so it's an average response of 4.5, which is pretty good. Engine 1 was out 4 times, Engine 6 was out 0 times, Tanker 1 was out once, Rescue 1 was out 4 times, and then Truck 14 was out 0 times, then we had 2 people respond in their personal vehicles. On the 27th, we had a motor vehicle accident on 89 with a car in the median. On the 1st, we had a motor vehicle accident on 89 with a vehicle off the road. We had a mutual aid on 242 Waterbury on Guptill Road for a chimney fire, which we had a very, very large response on that call. We had tons of people in the department go. It was a pretty good call and a lot of people got to get a lot of some action and get like some work done. It was really good learning experience for some people. On the 7th, we had a motor vehicle accident blocking both lanes on Route 100. On the 11th, we had a motor vehicle accident on 89 with a car in the median. Fast Squad had 15 calls this period, 13 of them were medical only. Training, we have incident command and truck placement for next month, and at least that's what I believe we decided on at the last meeting we had, and then we did a CPR recertification last month.
Nice. What's
we-
truck placement, like what truck goes where?
Yeah, like what truck goes where, just practicing incident command and practicing how to actually like park the truck so that it's safe for, you can place the trucks in a way that makes it so there's like a safe working zone for people who are on the interstate. It's mainly like an interstate training, like for sure, cause like it gets pretty scary on the interstate. we had a repair for our air system, needed some maintenance. We had a leak in it and that got fixed. And then we also had our annual inspection of our alarm system. There were no purchases this month, and then the only notes is that in Doug's absence, Jeff will take over the responsibility of working with For the Love of Dogs of Vermont every Sunday.
What is For the Love of Dogs?
So they come up from, I think, Alabama.
Alabama.
With rescue dogs for adoption. And they meet at the fire station and people come there and then.
Aww,
It's the cutest thing in the whole.
for the love of dogs.
Don't think puppies.
Really?
Yeah, and
It's not every Sunday, but
No.
it's like a couple weekends a
Yeah,
month.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And Doug has been the one who would show up every Sunday. You pull out the trucks, get everything ready for them. And now that he has passed, Jeff communicated to me to communicate to you that he plans on taking over that responsibility.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, what they do is they pull their van in so that people can meet the dogs in a controlled environment and then they take them out, walk them around and.
Better than the parking ride.
Yep.
Much better.
Especially in the wintertime.
Yeah,
And from what I understand, it's been really, really successful.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of dogs have gotten adopted.
How big of an area does that cover for us? Is that cover a broad area?
What do you
Not
mean?
just Middlesex that. these
No,
folks-
no.
Oh, no.
no.
They come from different
Yeah,
states.
yeah, wow.
Yeah, they come from
That's
different
awesome.
states too.
They bring dogs from out of state.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
yeah,
and the people
states
that
that
have
the
it.
dogs get shipped up from like Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, and then, yeah.
The people that actually adopt them
And that's-
are
We're all local.
in state, but like.
Yeah, that's what I was curious
Firmly,
about.
I mean,
Yeah.
all over.
In Albans.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So is there a schedule of when that's happening?
We usually know roughly, about a week in advance.
Week or two. and then-
Really? 'Cause
But
I-
if you go on their website, you can adopt, because you gotta adopt them first,
Right.
and they bring them up.
I feel like that'd be a great thing for you guys to
Oh, my God.
make more public, like I've never heard of that.
Sure.
The way Jeff was talking about it, he was like, make sure you let them know. Let them know that I'm gonna be taking that over. And I was like,
Never
Yeah.
heard of it.
I didn't even
I've been
know
here
it
since
was-
'09. That's the first I've
I
had
told
one.
him because-
Volunteer firefighter calendar, guys, get pictures, 12 of them,
With puppies.
with the puppies.
That's a fundraiser.
Maybe with a
Great
tree, a
idea.
Christmas tree, a heart for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Puppies.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on it.
Well, what day is it?
We don't know until like a week or so.
It's typically Saturdays.
Yeah, it's usually on the weekends. It's usually between like 10 and 2.
Oh my God, I'm taking
Okay.
pictures.
It's awesome.
Coming and doing a fundraiser.
No,
You really should. Yeah, seriously,
About
that's,
this.
Yeah.
yeah.
They don't want the public coming. That's probably why.
Why?
No,
Because it's just people,
Yeah.
it's like in some ways, it's the weirdest thing in the world, because it's like,
Oh, these people
they're
already
pretty
know
dumb.
they're
yeah,
getting
yeah,
adopted.
well, the dogs are spoken for.
yeah.
Are there 12?
Adopted, they like
There's
adopted
usually
dogs.
more than
are
12.
spoken-
Yeah.
Or you're
Wow.
fostering and picking up dogs, but all the dogs are spoken for,
For the love of dogs.
Wow.
so,
Interesting.
yeah.
All
It's
right.
really, it's kind of weird, but.
Yeah, told me at home.
You're on
You
that.
did. Oh, you're in trouble now.
I have a lot of visitors at the apartment now.
That's okay.
All righty, anything else from the fire department?
Nope.
And thank you for your service, as always. Thank you, Doug Hanson and your family for your service. And we look forward to the memorial plaque or whatever
Yeah.
else you guys decide to do. And we will see you next month.
Awesome.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
So you're,
we are now on to the treasurer's update. So we have here, I think that's it. The bond, the rewritten,
Financing it.
right, we're refinancing our bond to help pay for the floods.
Cause we can't stiff the school.
Right. So let me just look at this to make sure. It's an interest rate of 3.5% for 852,000. Matures March 1st, 2032. Sounds like my retirement date. Doesn't it?
Wishful thinking.
And then, let's see. Looks like. Okay, that's. did I say it wrong in this? No, it was the Vermont Bond Bank, that's correct, okay. Um,
And she's gonna pay off part of it.
yeah, it says 110,794 will be paid toward the loan with a rewrite of 852, and this is the rewrite of 852 right here. So,
Do you wanna get documenting the rewrite of 852?
well, just that we have in front of us is a loan note that is, refinanced for a total of 852,000 to help pay for, through the Vermont Bond Bank.
Okay, can you reread the
Yeah,
due date and
Yes.
date one more time?
okay, so the interest rate is 3.50%.
Great.
And the maturity date is March 1st, 2032,
Okay.
which the assumption is we're gonna pay it off before then, but at least we have that time.
This buys.
In the event there's another flood. Let's hope there isn't. Okay, so it looks like, oh, and the schedule of payments has, oh, well. 3/1. Okay, the first, I'm sure we'll pay this off before then, but the first payment is due, 3/1/2027. With the debt. It's that our first payment would be 144,983, but I think we had to try to just pay these as soon as we
Right,
get money.
that we've been paying.
Yeah,
Well, the original loan was written that way, where we had to give them so much of the money we received.
right.
But the problem here, I believe, was the due date is coming up in March, that we were supposed to pay it down, so we have to rewrite it.
Okay. So there are many places here that we have to sign. Okay, so we have 3 of us here that can sign. Larry, if you wanted to come in, you could sign as well, but we have at least 3. But we have, so I think the motion will be to approve refinancing, what's this called? They're called. It says, whereas the select board of the town of Middlesex is authorized and empowered to issue refunding bonds pursuant to 25 VSA section 1771. Okay. On the credit of the town of Middlesex for the purpose of refunding outstanding notes, bonds or coupons that were lawfully issued.
That chirping sound?
Yeah, it's.
What?
Sorry, you're forgetting these. It's down in the, where all the
Downstairs.
computer, like all the
Okay.
computer modems and stuff.
Has it always been there?
No,
It's been there all this whole evening.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I just noticed it, now I can't.
our
undo
surge
it.
protector crashed, so they had to redo something until the new surge protector.
When I was
there.
walking in, I thought I had a squeak in my boot.
Yeah.
You know what, yeah.
Yeah.
So don't worry, you're not the only one. Yep. Yep.
Okay, so we're authorizing, to have the board, so we're making a motion. This is the following motion, if you want to put this in.
Okay.
A motion to sign the resolution. Refunding bonds, I don't know what else you could
It
call
says
it.
request to rewrite.
Well, we don't wanna look at my,
Entitled, refund.
yeah, entitled refunding bonds.
Because it's too weird to actually
So, yeah.
say that we wrote that ourselves.
Right, and, for Liz to sign. It's just called the loan agreement.
Okay.
We'll call it the loan agreement, that's what they're calling it. Okay, and for the select board to sign Exhibit B, general obligation note. And for the select board. You add in also and the town treasurer for all those things.
Okay.
To sign. Exhibit H. Appointment of authorized representatives. To act on behalf of. Matters relating to the loan.
Is that the title of exhibit H?
No, it's called appointment of authorized representatives, but it's, we are the people who can act in matters relating to the loans. We have to sign that document.
Got it.
And then.
Oh, that's like a book.
It's like a book. What's this one called? Oh, maybe we have to do this twice. The general obligation note. Yeah, we have to do this twice, basically. We have to do 2 copies of it.
That's great.
So. So is there someone who can move that motion that,
All right, so it's a motion to sign the resolution entitled refunding bonds. And for, Liz and the treasurer to sign the loan agreement, and for the select board and treasurer to sign exhibit B, general obligation note, and for the select board and the town treasurer to, sign exhibit H, appointment of authorized representatives. In furtherance of the town's refinancing of the,
Vermont Bond Bank, $852,000 note,
ta-da, yes.
flood loan, as I like to call it. Is there a motion? Okay, Paul has moved. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And Stacy has seconded. All those in favor of that said motion, say aye.
I,
Aye. Okay, the ayes have it. So no one can go home until we have signed this. Oh, man,
Do you need a pen?
I need a better pen. Yeah, that one just keeps messing up on me.
We are still on time. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, boy, I don't know.
I don't know how you're doing it. Right on time.
Based on FEMA denying that town in the Northeast Kingdom, which was a pretty hefty
It
hit.
was, yeah.
Yes.
And I know it was localized, but didn't give me warm and fuzzies.
Nope, it didn't, and that is, it's a big worry.
Yep. Because we've had storms like that.
Yeah, we
Yep.
have.
And we always get them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
There have been many FEMA reimbursed
That-
storms that we don't even like know about. It's
Well,
not that we
the-
don't know about it, but like.
Yeah,
forget
it's
about
just
it
not
because there's-
publicized.
Right.
The Halloween storm, there was not going to be a declaration, and the state ended up having, because I was a foreman at that time, the state had like a surplus of money that somehow, do you remember that? We
I do.
somehow managed to get money from that, and I'm like, that's gonna come to
Yeah.
real fast.
Alrighty, let's see, okay, so. You got who's in second that, and we've said all those in favor, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
good.
All right, so we're adjourning for the Board of Civil Authority meeting pursuant to 24, what does app stand for, APP?
That's weird. I don't know.
BSA
Maybe 24
chapter
BSA.
5. I know, that's.
I don't know what this means.
Well, I put it in there because that's what I pulled it directly from the statute. section 803(2).
Okay.
Are you staying on this Zoom or am I gonna try to have to
That's
figure
a
out?
good question. I think we should, oh, you know what? So first, before we actually move, is there any other matters that come before the board? Because then we can adjourn this meeting
Or correspondence?
for correspondence.
Oh, I did have one other, like, just another matter, simply acknowledging, like, the town, the select board members of the select board received a very lengthy FOIA request from
Oh, yeah.
Mike
Hill.
Mike Hill.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, thank
Um,
you. I forgot about that.
which we, to the extent that we need to discuss the response, I'm not actually sure how a town FOIA request is handled, but we should make sure
Yeah.
that there's a response.
Yeah, no, thank you. So we are working on that with Rob Halpert.
Okay.
And so he is, Mike is away for a couple of weeks, but when Mike gets back, essentially, from what I understand from Rob, is that if there's something, so let's say somebody says, I want a copy of all the people you ever hired as a cleaner for the town of Middlesex, right? We don't have to go in and necessarily make a report of that. But what we can do is say to that person, you can come into the building and you can look at our file that's called cleaning services. And you can find out how many people clean your house and how much it costs to clean our place. So there are some, I think, requests that we don't necessarily have, like a report or a map that is exactly what he may be asking for. But he, what we can provide for him if he comes in is, the place where he can look for this information. So, if he's looking to see how much we spent on roads, for FEMA, we can give him the giant FEMA file for him to go through, but we don't have to go through and compile a report for him that says, this is how much we spent on, South Bear Swamp Road, or this is how much we spent on this. So yes, we are responding to that, but we are just waiting for him to get back and then Rob will have a more in-depth conversation with him. Okay, so Zara asked if we should be getting out of this. I don't think we need to. We can just
Good.
adjourn on this recording
Yes.
and just keep going, and people will log in because it's the same link.
Same one.
It's the same link, and so people will just come in. So is there a motion to adjourn today's meeting?
I'd make that motion.
Okay, Paul Boots, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Stacy seconds. All those in favor of adjourning the select board meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. We will see you in the next
Few minutes.
iteration. No, I was gonna say for a select board meeting, we'll see you at the town meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? But nobody's changing, right? I think everybody's staying on the board. There's not gonna be any new people. Well, we're gonna have a new town clerk.
Yep. Who's gonna be at the meeting? I will.
Who's gonna be there? Oh, I'm gonna be there. Zara's gonna be there, I think. You're
I'm
back.
coming home specifically. Otherwise, it would have stayed a whole other month.
Okay, are you gonna be here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we'll all be here.
That'll be the biggest.
Larry,
showing.
you're gonna be here?
Yeah, I gotta go and I'm gonna be there a little early. I gotta do some afternoon time at the fit booth for the facilities. We're gonna
Oh,
do a
yeah, I
little-
think I'm on call for doing something as well, checking in voters or something like that.
Yeah.
That'll
Oh,
be
it's
the
on here.
biggest board showing in quite a few years, I bet. Been a while since all
Yeah.
5 board members were present at the select board meeting.
Yeah.
Good trend. It's a good trend.
Yeah, I like it, Larry.
Okay, so where's Chris McVeigh? Do I need to be worried? Nobody's locked out, are they?
I just heard the door.
I thought I heard the door too.
recording?
Oh,
Ken, if you want to record, this is a Board of Civil Authority meeting, it's.
yeah, I think I wasn't gonna stop well, I mean, I could.
No,
stop
you can,
recording.
I can keep
It's
going.
whether he wants.
Recording stopped.
I'm just gonna pause the recording. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
end it, and then I'm gonna start it up again.
Is somebody throwing snowballs at the window?
Oh, that's what I think. Somebody wants to come in.
It's Chris, I'm gonna ask for a passcode though.
Yeah, somebody's throwing snowballs at the window.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hear someone coming in. I don't know who it is.
And I'm happy to.
It's up to you, yeah.
It's whatever you.
This is a really boring meeting.
It is
but
so boring,
it is
but
so-
but necessary.
But is it something you want to have?
Do you want to record?
Oh, I don't know who would watch it.
It's not really necessary, all we really do.
It's totally up to you. It makes no difference to me. It's
Are you
your-
having fun?
more than you can imagine.
I bet.
Why don't you just stay then? It's not gonna be that long.
Yeah, that's,
And then we can say, hey, no one ever said we didn't have
Yeah,
Orca here for our Board of Civil Authority.
delighted to be here.
you can document, we do this,
Right.
run the elections easily.
Okay, is anyone coming in? Do you think I should be worried that no one is?
That's
I know.
probably Chris throwing snowballs.
No, I know, but I meant in here.
Oh, there's nobody that's, the only other one that would be coming in would be Janet, who said she's not coming.
Only one. Because it's
Chair Sharp.
So vagrant at the door.
Oh.
Somebody's throwing snowballs.
Snowball,
at
that's
the-
interesting.
I need to,
Oh, there it is.
it's like microscopic pretzel.
Mhm.
That was delicious, by the way, thank you.
Oh, you.
Oh, did she bring you a gluten-free thing
Phenomenal.
from the roots?
Phenomenal.
No. But it would have been worth it if it did. Gluten-free kids get to have fun
It
too.
was fantastic.
All right, how are you, Chris? I think this is it.
Don't forget to hit record again.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll do the notes, loan stuff after.
I'll just let you finish.
Oh.
Or you got it? All righty. Whoops.
Recording in progress.
Alrighty, welcome everyone to the Middlesex Board of Civil Authority meeting, which is required before our general town meeting. So I would like to welcome our guests. Our newest guest is Chris McVeigh. Is Sean also on the board? The listers aren't on the Board of Civil Authority, are they?
No.
No, I don't think so. Okay. I wish they were, because then we'd have even more people. Okay, so we're going to, I don't think I put, it says call to order. Maybe we just need to approve the agenda. Doesn't say that. Is there anyone who wants to make a motion to approve the agenda for Tuesday, February 17th?
So moved.
Okay, Chris moves and Dorinda seconds. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and so we are on to approving the processing of the March 3rd, share this with you. 2026 town ballots on March 2nd. So the day before town meeting, we would be authorizing the town clerk, Cheryl, and Justice of the Peace, Dorinda, and Assistant Clerk Brenda, to open signature envelopes containing the town WCUUSD and or CDCC ballots, depositing the WCUUSD and or CDCC ballots in separate secured locked ballot boxes, and running the town ballots through the tabulator in Town Hall on Monday, March 2nd. Is there a motion to approve processing the ballots on March 2nd?
I'd like to amend that to say, absentee ballots. Cause that's what the ones that come in prior.
To reference.
Oh, even when they're just mailed out in the mail, those are considered absentee ballots.
So it would be.
To open,
To process the absentee
Yeah.
ballots. For
running the, the absentee ballots tabulated.
Is an absentee ballot any ballot that shows up in an envelope? As opposed to people coming?
Yeah, as long as, like, we've had people come in while we're processing and let them run them through
Okay,
if they're checked off,
right,
but
okay.
I think this is you're giving us permission to open the envelope.
Right,
On
that's
March
right,
2nd.
yeah.
And that's
The day
what
before.
it's more or less for.
Have we
that.
gotten a lot in the mail?
I saw a few down there. There's still people who haven't gotten their ballots.
Well, believe you me, I don't get any mail. I
Have you
got my
your
ballot.
ballot? You got.
I
your
did get my
ballot?
ballot, yeah, but I got my
got,
ballot quite a while ago,
I did.
actually.
But we're in the.
But I haven't gotten mail. I don't know about you, Chris.
You haven't gotten yours?
We have,
You have?
but we haven't seen mail in over a week.
Yeah, I know it.
I
Susan
think the-
Clark was one of them who said she hadn't
Oh,
gotten
she hadn't
hers.
got
Did you see her posting on
Oh, no.
Monday night, I think it was, or something?
I think, from what I understood, that they were prioritizing making sure ballots got out
Yeah,
and not everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm lucky, I get mail a couple times a week,
I think that's what we're up to, about once or twice a week.
Okay, so, is there a motion? Oh, we did, it was Chris
Well,
moved and
you-
Brenda
you
seconded
amend.
with the amendment.
okay, I don't know if it's to amend or just have the motion be, add the word
Yeah.
absentee.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then outside that.
Okay.
And I'll second.
Okay, we've got too many seconds.
Oh. I'm
You,
sure.
you can third it.
I'd like to
Wanna
be the
really-
fourth person to vote
Where's
for.
four?
Okay,
We have a fifth?
hearing none. All those in favor of the motion, say aye.
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 So now we are on to March 3rd, 2026 town school voting. Approval of the following ballot clerks for the March 3rd, 2026 town meeting ballots. WCU USD and CVCC Australian ballots at Rumney School. Assistant Clerk Brenda, Dorinda Crowell, Bridget, Sam, Shelley, Betsy, Sarah, Sean, Bridget, Jane, Susan, Joanne, along with any Middlesex voter selected by the town clerk. Action likely. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Chris moves. Is there a second?
Second.
Paul seconds. All those in favor say aye.
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 Designating Board of Civil Authority members for the following assignments. BCA Jan, 7 to 8. BCA Chris, 7 to 8. BCA John, 7 to 8, and BCA Liz, 7 to 8, for counting ballots and write-ins. Is there a motion? Actually, hold on.
You might wanna do the whole. thing.
I'm gonna do the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And then March 3rd, 2026 JP's only, WCU USD, ballots after polls close at 7 PM. We don't have someone assigned, but
No, so
Jan,
you can't, that's
Oh,
what
you
I was gonna
can't do
say, you've gotta assign people to do that, so we know we've got 2 people planned to take them to.
okay, Jan offered.
Okay,
Yeah.
and it's usually
Okay.
Chris.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chris and Jan, so can we,
Jan is in Jan Thuron.
yeah, Jan Thuron, THURON. And then, March 5th, 2026, CBCC ballots, 9 AM for approximately 30 minutes. It looks like we have to assign someone to bring those in.
I've always done it, and
Okay.
you're supposed to have 2 people. Last year, I was the only one that showed up, so.
Okay.
It's just what you have to do is take them there and run them through the machine, so if you have 2 people,
Gotcha.
it goes through quicker,
Okay.
but, cause they usually.
Do you
get
want help?
confused. It doesn't matter, I
Okay.
mean,
So the motion's gonna be to designate the BCA members for those assignments, including adding, Jan and Chris to the, delivery of the ballots after the polls close, and Dorinda to bring the CBCC ballots on March 5th. Is there a motion? I'll move.
Make the motion. Oh, yeah, no.
I haven't moved it. I haven't made a motion in a long
I'll
time.
have it second.
Okay, Paul's gonna say. All right, all those in favor say aye.
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 All right. Is there any other matters that come before the BCA? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Oh, there, it's been moved and Dorinda seconds. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
See you at town meeting.
All right.
That was a good boring one.
We try to make them as fun and lively as possible. Okay, so our next select board meeting though, folks, isn't until. Is that my phone or
17th?
yours, Paul?
This one's mine,
It is? Are you sure?
unless you go snowmobile.
Mine's
I
black
thought you
too.
were more of a skier than snowmobiler. but we can-
17th.
Oh, look at
It's
my
the
little
17th.
kid. Okay,
Just rip
You think it's
kids
the
out of their
17th?
phone.
Cause it said
I
like
thought you
we're.
were talking about Ethan.
he comes on the phone sometimes too. All right, so it's February 24th, we have a meeting, March 3rd is town meeting.
Yeah.
Then we were gonna have, I think, an organizational meeting. Oh, what did we decide?
It was an organizational meeting on 3/17 and
Okay.
then a regular scheduled meeting on the 31st.
Okay.
Does that sound, that doesn't sound
sound right.
right.
Sounds like a long.
That doesn't sound right.
We flipped
I
that
think we had an organizational meeting on the 10th, because we won't have had a meeting for a long
That's
time.
right, yeah, so.
So we got the organizational meeting on the 10th, and then we have on the 24th.
I liked it better with the first rendition, but that's fine. Keep it as.
Why are you
Organizing
like-
what?
Just
Just the
What's
organization meeting, like who's chair, who's vice chair, that kind of thing. And then you also have to do a lot, I have to look at that agenda.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you still.
There's a
get the
lot you have to put
business
on.
Want to get
Yeah,
that done if you
Yeah.
want.
yeah,
And then we'll be back to like first.
The first and-
Seconds, that's right. 'cause
first
that
and
puts
third.
us- Yeah, cause the first and third,
That would be the 7th and the 21st for April.
yeah, 7th and the 21st, okay.
Yep, so we're looking at the 10th and, so this would be on your select board list. Is that what you're doing?
Oh, yeah, I am. So organizational meeting on 3/10, select
Yeah.
board meeting on 3/24, April meetings on April. When is our hearing? The South?
Oh, that's supposed to be, oh geez, that we put that on the 14th.
We had that on.
Oh, because it has to be a special day. We didn't want to put it on the
That's
same
right,
day.
4/7 and 4/20.
Yeah, so we are actually having 3 meetings because we have that. But I have to figure that out with Rob, because I don't know how to do that.
Road hearing on 4/4. That sounds right.
Oh, I guess I could pause.
Recording stopped.
Alrighty, everybody.